Welcome back into Talking Fitchburg. Out and down at the Public Safety Building of Dane County, I'm here with the big guy, and not big like me, the top sheriff, your Dane County Sheriff, Dave Mahoney. Dave, thank you for giving us the opportunity to come up here and talk with you. Appreciate it. We're talking about the new app that the Sheriff's Office just launched. It's pretty awesome if you haven't downloaded it yet. Sheriff, what's this app all about?
You know, we're very excited about this, and thank Fitchburg citizens for allowing us to talk to you today and talk to your viewers on this new app that we've kicked off. I'm excited about embracing the new technologies that come out that allow us to communicate with our citizens. That's our number one responsibility, along with public safety, is to communicate and be transparent in the job that we do. And this app now allows us to have real-time communication with citizens who are on their smartphones or other, smartphones overall, whether it's an Apple or other operating system, and allows us to communicate real-time on the technology that is emerging and that most people are using every day. Sometimes too much, but
there is that. Yeah.
In our case, it allows people to have access to jails immediately to see who's currently housed in jail. Allows us to push emergency notifications out, and that was an important aspect to me. That if we think back to the flooding a couple years ago, it would have allowed us to immediately send out notifications that certain roads were closed and prevent potential tragedies.
Yeah, as something like that unfolds, and you've got the media, putting stuff out there, you're communicating stuff out, getting people that one-point access point via the app is amazing. Why is the access so important with the Sheriff's Office? We know from City of Fitchburg and what we do every day, giving access to residents is huge. But from a police standpoint, why is that so important?
Well, because we work for the people. My priorities, the direction that we go as a law enforcement agency comes from the people that we serve. And it's one more way to have an immediate conversation with the citizens we serve on what's important to them. The app will allow us to even expand areas that potentially will emerge as this app continues to grow. It'll allow us to gain real-time tips from folks in the community on crimes that are being committed. A good example, we've spent the last little over a month now talking to the community of Mount Horeb and Blue Mounds about this homicide that occurred out on Highway JG. The day this kicked off, we started receiving tips from Mount Horeb citizens on the homicide. We'd been talking about calling us on the tip line for a month, but once we kicked off the app, we began getting immediate tips from people who had information. That's why this is so important.
That's amazing that they already got behind it. Spell out some of the features when it comes to submitting that tip, if you will. We'll talk about some of the other features, but
sure.
When it comes to submitting a tip, you already probably have a wide range of ways of doing it, but making it so easily accessible is going to pay off for you guys.
Everybody's carrying a smartphone today, and if we think back to prior to smartphone emerging in our community, to get a tip required you to go to the phone and call us and leave a message if nobody could take that call immediately. Here, we're allowed to immediately get access to that information and act on it immediately. Matter of fact, we will have the ability to be able to send real-time video as part of this app. Wow. So that as a crime is emerging or being committed, we can actually communicate with the Sheriff's Office as the crime is being in progress. It allows access to the jail inmate list so that you can go into the jail and see who's there, what their charges are, if there's a bail, how much that bail might be. It also gives ready access to the over 8,000 active warrants that we have in Dane County. You can go on the app and see what the warrants are. We put news feeds on, things that are occurring within the Sheriff's Office, opportunities to join us out in the community at maybe a canine event or the upcoming Kids Expo at the Coliseum. We've already pushed that information out. to leave feedback to us on what the citizens we serve want, what their priorities are, and what we can do to better serve the citizens each and every day. And the most important to me, again, is the push notifications so that we can get information out. Maybe a crime is being committed, and we can push information out real time, and everybody that has a smartphone and has signed up for that app immediately gets that information. And chances are we're going to touch somebody who's actively in that area who can share information with us.
I love this too. The news and events is great, but the comment section is awesome. You're giving that access that you want to hear from people. You want to know what's going on out there. It doesn't just have to be. It could be a good thing. It could be.
Absolutely.
You know, I love the sheriff. Seeing the sheriff come out to a coffee event or this or that. I mean, that's really important for what you're doing here.
It really is, because again, we serve the citizens, and we need their input on how we can better serve them.
Yeah, I love the app, but I'm partial to public safety, and even people know that from the show. As far as then moving on here in the future for the app, you said there's some opportunity to grow. Got to get people using it, get going with that. But any other directions as far as this app goes, or upcoming things that you work on because of building the app?
It also allows us, and we've integrated all of our social media networks, so our Twitter, our Facebook, Instagram are all interconnected in the app, so people don't have to go to individual areas to communicate with us or to see what is happening. They can do it all on the app. And as we're working with the company that provides this app, it's called the Sheriff's app, we're talking about ways that we can grow this, and one of the areas I see is real-time video, to be able to show a video of an individual who has a smartphone communicating with a deputy sheriff on the road, maybe in their district.
Wow.
I see as great value.
Wow, the potential is endless there, and I'm grateful that you guys have put it together and looking forward to using it. Again, that's for Apple Store and Google Play, and wherever you download your apps,
right.
you can get that there. Sheriff, thank you so much for taking the time with us today. Appreciate it, and we got to get you to come over to Fitchburg, visit us sometime.
I'm very glad to, anytime. Thanks to you, and thanks to your viewers.
Appreciate it. Dave Mahoney, Sheriff of Dane County. We'll take a quick break. You are watching Talking Fitchburg.